Hi, my name is Kristen from Radiance and Grit at radianceandgrit.com, and I am an artist, a luminary, and a storyteller. And I have a story for you. So, settle back in your chair. Take a deep breath. And let's talk about art and soul. So, the story I have to tell you today is about a painting I created. And the painting, it's one of my favorite works. Actually, they're all my favorites. I love each and every one of my paintings. So when I say it's one of my favorites, I really mean it's one of my favorites. All right, so our story today. Close your eyes and imagine that you are at a time before time began. Actually, time doesn't exist at all. There is nothing but this warm, wonderful, velvety darkness. The kind of darkness that a seed that becomes a tree experiences, but like when it's still underground and can just feel the sun warming the soil. And like this delicious way that invites you to grow. So all you see is this wonderful dark. Wonderful, wonderful dark, because it's the beginning before the beginning. It is the essence of creation space. It is the essence of magic. So we take a deep breath. And when you breathe, you'll notice that you smell this. Smell it. It's a new grass. It's all the delightful smell of flowers and the spring. You can, if your ears are straining because the smells are so evocative of spring and the country that you can almost hear the crickets and the bird songs and the frogs. But none of these things exist yet. You and I don't exist yet in this space because it is the pure beginning before the beginning. And yet the potential is there, like it is for that seed under the soil that is just being kissed by the sun. So we're here and we're just smelling these wonderful smells that are but are not, because again, this is the beginning and nothing exists yet in this place of creation. It's not a void, but nothing's there. And yet everything is. And as you're there in this space, experiencing it, smelling the smells, hearing the songs of nature that are just waiting to come through. You feel warmth coming up through your body, in your heart space, coming up through your crown, coming back down. Your whole body is tingling with this wonderful, delicious warmth. Your whole body is humming because your body can tell that something amazing is about to happen, because it's the beginning of the beginning. You feel this sense of joy rush up through your whole being. Whole being. Teeny tiny toes all the way up to the top of your beautiful head. You feel alive, awake in the best possible way, like every single fiber of your being is singing. Singing, singing, singing. It's magnificent, it's energizing, and yet there is still nothing. There is just this wonderful potential. And again, it is yet everything. So we take a moment because we know that something's about to happen. Everything gets really hushed and quiet, except for this Oh. 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 And on the sound that travels through your whole being goes. And that starts a spark as the oh, as these sounds keep coming, you see these teeny tiny little sparks, and they're amazing. They're tiny. Your eyes can hardly believe that you can see them because they're there in a flash and gone, and they keep multiplying. There's one and another and another and another and another, and yet you're not sure they're there. And the whole time there is this oh, oh. But it's building in a way that the human voice can't replicate. It's wonderful, but it just keeps, these tones keep building and building and building, and so does the light. And the light sparks, all of a sudden they start staying. They blink into existence and they stay. And then they blink out again. And then they blink in a little bit bigger. And they blink out again. And this is happening everywhere around you. All over. It is like being surrounded by stars, because you are. You are surrounded by the energy of creation that is blinking into existence. And every time it blinks into existence, it grows more and more powerful as it starts to learn what it is, what it's about, what it's here to do. And what it's here to do is to be. To be. To enjoy being, coming into being. To enjoy how wonderful it is to shine. To enjoy being the energy that will later on become frogs and birds and pollywogs and even dinosaurs. It is enjoying the potential, because these are the seeds of you and me. This is a stardust that travels through our veins because it's made up of the same atoms. These lights are actually atoms coming into being, atoms that are energy harnessed. And wow, I mean, it's like being in the middle of a fireworks show, and yet it is the, excuse me, I'm just so excited to be telling you the story. And yet it is the most profound fireworks show, because it's not just fireworks. It's pure creation. It is light coalescing. It is the source of healing and love. It is the source of creativity. It is divine. It is divine essence. And what's wonderful, as you're watching these things come together, out of the dark, things start to separate a little bit. And that wonderful sound is still going on. The oh. And then you feel it ringing down through your bones. And as you look, you see that the stars have started coming together. They're just kind of filtering in, and all of a sudden they're lighting something from behind. And it is this presence that feels like pure magic, because it is. It is magic, taking the form of a horse. Would you doubt that magic lives as a horse? No, because if you've been spent time around horses, you know that horses are magic. And it's amazing. This gorgeous mare, dark as night, with the star in the center of her head, she keeps coming closer and closer and closer to you. It's as if through time and space, she can see you. She can sense your presence. and she welcomes it. And as she comes closer, she looks at you deeply, sees your whole self, the light, the shadow, and the magic. Because magic is what happens when you bring your light and your shadow together. Creation. When we allow our whole selves come together, we each become a new grounding point, a new center for the magic of creation to come in. And as this mare is gazing at you, she gives you her blessing. And her blessing is that may you be light, coalescing, coming together, embodying that creation space energy, that energy of bringing love and light and healing and peace into the world. And that is the beginning of the beginning, when light coalesces. So, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you would like to see the original artwork, just stick around. I'm going to give you a peek of it. And if you're curious, come over to Radiance and Grit and check out the prints. The original artwork is for sale. It's always so much fun to see these artworks go to good homes. So you can also DM or message me. That's great. And if you enjoyed this, please share it. The world needs a lot of joy and peace right now, because there is a lot of stuff that isn't so joyful and peaceful. So let's spread some love. Let's spread some hope. Let's spread that beautiful energy of creation. So like, comment, share, please. And I thank you in advance for taking the time to do that. You can sign up for my Art and Soul letters over at radianceandgrit.com. That is where you'll be the first to know about new artworks and all kinds of gorgeous stuff and great videos like this. So may you find your radiance and grit and love who you are. All right. Bye.